What's up, guys? Jaden here with Four Kings Production. So today I'm actually going to be doing a transmission rebuild. Or not rebuild, a transmission replacement. So I've already done some just regular stuff like take off the back two tires. So right here, just took out the tires, and then I took out the pin that holds the drive shafts in. I took off the servo, unplugged the motor, just stuff that would take a while, you know. So basically, I'm just going to show you how to take apart your ECX Torment transmission. So let's get started. So first off, what you would do is you're going to take off this screw and this screw. So you're going to take off the shock. So you're going to take off the shocks right here, and then this right here. I don't know what that exactly is called, but that's what we're going to be taking off right now. So let's get started. This is going to take a while, so I'm going to try to just shorten this as much as I can. So I'll continue once I get the shocks and the thing off. Okay, so once you have these two off, you can just go ahead and lift. This one lifts all the way back up into here. This one only lifts this much, so I'm not going to actually take them completely off. And so we've already removed this pin, so you're just going to slide that down, and then lift this all the way out, like so. Then boop, pull that out, put it in your parts bowl, or whatever you're using for your parts. So we're done with this half of the truck, so do the other half on this side of the exact same thing. Okay, so once you have the other side done, as you can tell, I've rotated the truck, did the other side. So what you want to do is you're going to want to remove this bumper, and I'll show you how. So what you do is there's screws in here, here. So what you're going to do is you're going to remove this screw and this screw. And on the other side, it's going to be the exact same thing. So I'll get back to you in a second once I remove the bumper. Okay, so I may have misled you a little bit on how to get the bumper off. So you can unscrew this and then unscrew the other one and then pull these two together and then pull it out, but I was having a lot of trouble. So on the other side, I realized that there's screw here and then screw here. So you can see those screws right there and there in the center. And then that just slid right out. I'm sorry if you already paused the video and then did that. I'm sorry, okay? But so now once you do that, because you should already have your servo off, like I said before, there's two screws right here and right here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna unscrew those completely, and then this back half. So so you should unscrew this, and then there's one here and then one on the other side. Then the body the front half. So this part where the battery is, the whole front half disconnects with the back half where the motor and crap is. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so once you undid these two screws right here, and then those two screws right there, you should grab a hold of that, and then grab a hold of this, and then just gently, wiggle them apart. So if your truck's dirty like mine is, I suggest getting an old toothbrush, or not old, but a toothbrush, just to wipe all this dust and dirt and grime and crap just out of it. And I'm going to do that, not in the video, so it won't be too long and boring. But, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take off this screw, and then on the other side, this screw to get this off. So that means the shocks and then the rear body holder. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so one thing I forgot to say, like a couple seconds ago, was that you have to take out the body clips here, and then remove this. And because I'm using this, I don't know if this will be different if you have a different size screwdriver. But my screwdriver has to go through the hole right here and then into this to unscrew it. I haven't figured out a different, to actually do it another way, is you can just unscrew this right here and this right here, and then you can just pull this section out right here and lift it up. But that's not what I'm going to do because I've already figured out a way. So if you have a regular screwdriver, that won't fit all the way down to there. Just take off these 2 screws right here, and then pull. So you see these little nubs right here. You just grab those 2, pull back, then lift up. Then all this right here should all lift up. And then you can get to these screws. So I'm going to go ahead and do this first, where I'm going to remove this and all that crap. Okay, so another thing I didn't realize when you took this off is when you took off the other 2 screws down here, you're supposed to take off the top 2 so it can disconnect from right there. And I just dropped a screw on accident. But that'll be fine because I know where it is. Just going to take that, just slide that back in the hole right over there. So once you do this, now would be a good time to take off your drive shafts right here. So what you do is you would take your small Allen wrench tool. Let me get it to focus real quick. There you go. So just get your small Allen wrench tool, and then you see this right here, this hole. You just stick yours down in there, and then just twist it off. But I'm just trying to use my fingers, and that's not going to work. And then once you're done with that, you twist this one, and then do the same on that one. So I'm going to do that right now, real quick. Okay, so I got the 2 drive shafts out. Then your next thing you'll want to do is you'll want to use your Allen wrench tool again, and then take off the engine cover. So you take off this screw, take off this screw, and then you take off this screw right down there. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so once you have the cover off, so you took off those 3 screws, so I found this easier for me to do. So I haven't really tried this other way, but I'm just going to explain it to you. So if you just take off this, so instead of doing, okay, let me restart real quick. So if you don't do this next step, I'm pretty sure you can do the rest with it without doing this next step. But I've done this next step, so I would just suggest doing this next step. But yeah, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your this tool, the same tool you've been using, your Allen wrench tool, and then look on the silver gear until you see that right there, that little hole. And so you're gonna take this, you're gonna see right there, and then just unscrew it. Mine's gonna slide around because I'm not holding on to it. But yeah, just unscrew that. Not completely because it's going to slide out. So, and it's very small and very easy to lose. Trust me, I've lost that before. And then it took hours to find it because I'm using carpet right underneath my desk right here. So yeah, don't lose that. So I'm going to take that off right now. Okay, so once you've taken that whole gear off, you'll just pull it out and then put it in your parts bowl. Then you want to take this off. And then you would want to grab your Allen wrench, or your Phillips head screwdriver. Take off these 2 completely, and then you'll be able to pull your engine just right out of there. Okay, so I'm going to do that right now. Okay, so I just undid that and then pulled my engine straight out of there. If you don't want to keep your engine bolts in with your regular stuff, the engine is magnetic. So what you do is you just stick your bolts right to that, then they'll stay in there. Right. So next what you're going to do is you're going to take off this screw right here, and then this right here. You'll take off those 2, and then you'll flip this around, and then take off this one right here. So you'll be taking off this one right here, this one on the other side right here, and then this one to match it right there. And then, so just wait, and then I'll explain the rest. Okay, so once you have those screws out, I'm not taking mine completely out because the ones in there just stay in there. But I did take that one completely out up top, and then I took the one out of there completely out. So once you do that, you'll want to flip it, so you want to hold it like this, and take off the top 2 screws right there of the gray thing. So you'll take those 2 off, and then this whole back cover thing right here should just come right off with it. But I'll explain in a second. Okay, so it took a little bit of wiggling, but I got the bottom part off of that. So now you should be ready for the second to last thing to do to get to the transmission. So if you haven't noticed, this right here is the transmission. So what you're going to do is you're going to take off those two screws right there. So I'm going to undo those screws real quick, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so once you have that, once you unscrew those last two right there and there, this whole thing should just pop up. And then, so next you'll take off these three screws. This one, and then this last one hiding in the corner. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay, so once you get the three screws off, you would just pop this whole cover off. And once you have that cover off, then here's all your transmission gears. Mine are metal. Mine are upgraded because I wrecked my transmission a few weeks ago. So basically all you would do if you needed to replace this gear, you would take off this screw and then just take off this gear right here. Then push the pole forward. Push this like the pole that the bolt's on, and then this thing. And push that pin out. Then you'd be able to lift that the gear right off. This one is basically simple. Once you have either the big gear or the little gear off, you can just lift that one straight out of there. This one, you just pull on this and then push on this at the same time, and then that just pops right out too. So once you get that all done, then you just put that back in here. And if you're replacing the big gear, make sure you get these silver things off right here. There's a silver little ring. It's, I forgot what it's called, but it goes around right here. And if there's some stuck to the other gear, you gotta work it with like the minus head of a screwdriver or something like that, just to pop it off and then put it right back on here. Mine right now is just stuck in here. And then same with the other gear right here, I think it is. That one has a washer on the bottom and then the top as well. So just make sure you don't forget that. So then you just put that back on there, and then basically just redo every step you did to take it apart to put it back together. Because I don't really want to go through and put it all back together. You know, just like another thing just to put it back together. So that's basically it. That's how you take apart your transmission, and then that's how you fix it and everything. Because I already have metal gears. Because I broke mine, and then my parents were like, I'm tired of replacing crap for you, so I'm gonna get you a metal gear system, so that has more or less likely chance to break. So I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.